Welcome to Mirror Domains, and this is my Reacher Season 1, Episode 2 full live watch along. Guys, I just watched the first episode yesterday. If you didn't know, because this is part of the playlist, you can follow up in the cards, right? I am going to hit the play button because I can't show you the entire movie here on the side or the series. What I'm going to try to do is I'll hit play now, and I'll explain it as we get underway. Okay, so yeah, obviously, I can't show you the entire thing here on the side, right? Due to copyright reasons, but I'll do my best with my little tips and tricks to let you know where I'm at within the episode, so you can follow along with your copy there at home.
I don't need 250 pounds of frontier justice tearing up this town.
Yeah, because Alan Ritchson is a big dude. Shoot him! Hey, yeah. Thunder crashes. Based on the killing floor. Nick Santora. So I'll give you guys time codes to follow along so that you can sync up your copy. What's meant to happen is that you take a window of your own, you place it up over mine, we sync our time codes, and forever throughout the annals of history and time, we can watch the Reacher series together. Okay, so we just found out that his brother's dead in the morgue, right? And he's out for vengeance or, some kind of retribution. That usually involves violence. Huh.
My investigation.
Okay,
His investigation.
this is not your investigation. Second, babysitting some giant vagrant's hardly my dream assignment.
Hmm. Yeah. She wants to keep him out of trouble, right? Because she knows that he means well, but obviously because of his brother, his emotions are going to get the better of him. Hobo. Hobo with a shotgun, maybe?
Officer Conklin, Mr. Reacher, please come in.
Nice house. Is that Kristen Crook from Smallville? I didn't know she was in this. Cool.
Do you know where Paul is?
No, I don't. My apologies. Embezzlement. Good to see you're working again.
My brother was murdered.
Dear God,
Say, say my condolences. Mama.
is it 8:30 already?
Yeah, that Chun-Li movie, I don't know what they were smoking casting her. She's a decent actress. It's just they had no idea what they were doing with that property. And the guy from Black Eyed Peas is Vega.
Younger than Lucy.
May I use your restroom?
Yeah, of course. Through the kitchen down the hall.
He
to the
sniffs something. He doesn't like this. He's sensing a disturbance in the force. So, where are we at? We're just coming up to the 5-minute mark, guys. This episode is, well, it's just around the 50-minute mark like it was for the first episode. That's good in my book. Remember, we're going to try to churn out one of these a day. Is there a mark? Was that blood on the shoe? The lighting was a little bit dark for me. Hair? Is that kind of a stitch? Or a switch or some kind? He was out in the weeds.
Sorry about that. Have a good evening. Thank you for your time, and
So if they cast somebody of her caliber to be in this, she's going to be in it more than just that.
One in the classes. Classes is the main difference between the girls. Everything else was a matter of degree.
okay.
Okay.
You said there were two things.
Just going through the weeds, I guess. It happens. Yeah. They get on your socks. And you look down and be like a whole bunch of them will be stuck, clumped together near your ankle. In fact, I don't see them much here in Ontario. But when I'm in the Yukon in the next couple months, I'll see if I can find an example of what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's tall grass, like that kind of stuff. Because down here in Ontario,
Firearm as well, but it was more than that. Killer was a skilled marksman.
hmm, the crime scene investigation never got all this? Or is this just what's left behind? We call it sticky weed, Arglass says in the live chat. Yeah. Thing is, in Ontario with tall grass like that, there's ticks. So if you go through it like that, you want to check yourself. And you hope it's just one of those weeds, not a small little bug with legs.
Enjoyed it.
I like that.
Sniper shot from the tree line would have done the job with less risk.
I like how we got down on the level and he's trying to see it from their perspective, right? Hmm. She's kind of like Julia Garner, isn't she? Like the look, the profile.
Small talk to see if I say something to help your investigation.
Hmm. Homeland Security. So he was maybe on a case
Time passed.
Where you going?
So something with his brother. They were butting heads, maybe not talking. I'm sure they'll fill us in later on. Ah, Coke. Don't mind if I do.
You don't.
No, you don't. Hey, come here.
These young kids wanting some action. And you want to mess around with a guy. You want to mess around with a guy who was arrested for murder, even if it's four of you?
Spot in town. I gotta assume you've been waiting for me. Let me.
Ah, they were hired. Hmm. That's not what you want to do, guys. I like how she's like commentating on it.
To the hospital.
Ooh.
Oh, it's on. Oh, broken. That was broken. So that's a little bit like out of the movie, right? When he takes on the thugs at the bar. He's like, he's quick. Yeah. Oh dear, kids never learn. Well, that's the thing too. When you go to the pub or bar and you're out drinking, there's always those guys. One of the guys is always like, got a chip on his shoulder that, yeah, feels that violence will solve it somehow. With somebody that they don't even know. Like they just want to take out their frustrations. I never get it. I never understood it. Ooh, cleaners of some kind, huh? Coming to do some what work? Cinematography is pretty good. Oh, puppy. Need some water?
Good boy.
Good.
I guess I am. That guy looks familiar. Yeah, in the States, you don't want to fool around with accidentally stepping on someone's property because they might draw on you. That was an interesting interaction. What was the point of that? To show that he's got compassion? We know that already.
See if there's any official progress on Joe's case before I head back out to Hubble's.
I can't talk right now. There's been another murder.
Police Chief Morrison. She stayed out all night? Tell me she had a shower.
Baker won't talk about it. Just keep the looky-loos away, right?
Ooh, he looks a little queasy, huh?
We keep an eye on him. I keep an eye on him. Look, there he is.
I like the dialogue. That's a weird question to ask. How did you know that? That's a big hallway. Because he's a big dude. He's a big frame, and he's only like on the one side of it. Usually in houses, hallways are what, 4 or 5 feet wide at the most. Okay, just in case there's a naked body here.
Subject has been nailed to the wall,
there
contralaterally with
is.
6 spikes, 2 of which were driven between the ulna and the.
You guys didn't see anything there, did you? If you did, don't worry, I'll blur it out and put it up later on.
Three people killed my brother.
You see, nobody warned me about the, ugh.
A weaker character. Sorry, I'm just not.
So his,
used to-
his, they fed his nuts to him? So he
Okay,
knows
reach
the MO
outside.
of who did it. Because that's an MO of somebody cutting off your things and making you ingest them, right? That's gruesome. That's far more gruesome than I thought it would be, but I guess it's on Prime. They can get away with that, right? Ooh.
Not while your jaw works the rest of your life. Joe was clean.
Yeah, that's gruesome. Very disturbing.
Baker wasn't concerned because he knew you didn't do it, which means he knows who did.
Wanna tell me who else on my team is crooked?
Hmm. Hmm. That's a good question.
This morning, came here to tell you.
Whoever's running this had Morrison under his thumb.
That's a tight shot. Right up on him.
At the FBI.
Teal's first order was no stadies, no feds. He wants.
Mhm. Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to eat your own kind of thing.
Town meeting.
Be careful around him.
Came down south for peace and quiet. Let's go.
Okay.
He has never once not come home.
Hmm. What's that? Something financial?
Have 8.
Yep.
Are you taking that knife?
Because he was looking for a weapon there, I guess. Just got like a small little pocket knife or something? Is that what it was? Fishing knife to cut the lines or something?
A damn good chance, because as of today, per the powers given to me by the town charter,
Oh, that guy. Yeah. I forgot. Yeah, we looked at the IMDb. He was in Time Cop. And he was in MacGyver.
A real police chief and a real chief detective too.
The original MacGyver, not the newer one. That would freak me out. In a small town, 4 murders.
I think she's talking about you.
He comes to town and people just start dying.
That's a big town hall, isn't it? For a small town like them. So these are the real bad guys here?
And for those of you who don't know, one of the victims was Mr. Reacher's brother, Joseph.
Yeah, he's the big bad guy, right? Because he's the guy who brought the money to the town.
Can survive anything. I have faith in our police force.
So, a little bit like the original Roadhouse scenario. The one rich guy comes in, brings business to the town and feels like he owns it, kind of thing. That's what I'm thinking is happening?
Well, then I'm going to start cross-referencing forensics
was
from
in the
both
last
murder
Boy
sites
Scout
to
too, yeah.
establish power.
And he was in the opening of Cliffhanger.
are not related. Over the course of his career, Morrison took countless criminals out of circulation.
He's always been a really good background character, but he's never busted through. Like, he's got talent, this guy.
I think that takes priority.
As an actor. So yeah, that just reeks of him being dirty, doesn't it?
Teal's trying to frame the Morrison.
I'm thinking it could be a red herring, though. Huh?
Kleiner.
You're one of those conspiracy nuts.
Timestamp? Sorry, 20, coming up to 25 minutes. And I'm sucked into this, man.
Yes. And the next one has to do with Hubble's wife and kids. They need.
Out to earlier. Name's Picard, Atlanta field office.
Picard.
Don't take the Margrave job.
Hmm.
My condolences for your brother. Tragedy when a
Around a while.
Why are you so
Margrave's
concerned
such
that
a nice town.
you want him to leave? Huh? Used to be? Oh.
May the Lord bless him and keep him in a plastic
Barber.
container.
You need a shave? A little bit, maybe. No.
Didn't seem all that friendly. Watch your back, Mr.
So this guy's a... Mosley's a good man, huh? You better not turn up dead, otherwise I'll be upset. Yeah. Yeah, look at that kitchen. It's a big house, huh?
Custody. I bought a burner. Here's a number.
The odds are not shaping up all that well.
We have to.
You need to pack.
Like, yeah. Your husband might be dead. You're in a dangerous situation. Very dangerous situation that could put your kids at risk. There's really no tactful way of breaking that kind of news to somebody, right? Sparkle Racer. Flashback? Oh no. You better not be making fun of a kid who doesn't know better. I catch anybody doing that, and yeah.
You think you can take all of us?
Hmm. I like how that was an interesting cut of the flashback to him now in the future. Somebody's like keeping tabs. He senses it too, eh? But look at that look in his eyes. There's some hurt there, right? That's just Alan Richardson for you. So when I talk about actors having like different levels, different gears that they can go into, that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Because just in the look in his eyes there.
Hey.
Is that Picard? Jean-Luc? No. I didn't see that quite away. He grabbed it out of her holster?
I'll get the bags.
All right, come on, girls, come on.
It is a nice estate, if I haven't said it already before.
I told him not to take this job.
Because what? You just didn't like the scenario of a small town and a bunch of like, he sensed like corruption, eh? He's not going to ask nicely, right? Who's he talking to?
Hey.
Was that bait?
You know, I never met Detective Finley. Prison would have been a lot less painful.
So these are the guys that cut off the previous police chief's giggleberries.
Maybe you don't want to draw attention firing outside a crowded bar.
Yeah, I suspect that's probably the case. Kato. Was that a Green Hornet reference? So, knife fight? Ah, I like that. Yeah, you want to take a headbutt from him? I don't. Ooh, did he get him? Did he get sliced? I didn't. This is 34 minutes. God, this is going to make me want to watch the next episode right away. Like the pacing has been really good, huh? In his mind, everyone is a suspect to his brother's killing. He's out for blood, yeah. First aid kit, yeah. So he did get it.
Special. You need.
I thought it was on the front side though, but I guess it happened really fast. Still couldn't sound like
locals and for a couple of goons in the parking lot.
They weren't goons.
Yeah. Do eat, watch back to back. Ricey, huh? So he knows his moves. Drugs.
You ever see anyone like that around Margrave?
They're moving some kind of product through the town. Yeah, well, that's what we're trying to. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Counterfeiting? Hubble specializes in currency management.
It may be.
Because we haven't really gotten any hint that it's drugs yet, right? Because if it's drugs, you usually get dealers and stuff, and he didn't really get a whiff of that. You just get thugs and goons.
Find his house and search it.
Prison guard's home address won't be public, and county offices won't be open till morning.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Now, you can go to your motel right now and sleep in a comfortable.
He's a hobo. You know he's not. You know he's not going to go straight back to the motel. So where's that? That's 38 minutes, about 10 minutes left.
Border in
Roadhouse.
Alabama. Nobody knows you there. Cold beer.
T-shirt at a gas station? Oh, needle drop. Yeah, we actually, there hasn't been many needle drops. country bar. What's that? Did he just break it up with his bicep? Did I see that properly?
That's a start, ain't it?
Nancy Klein. Dance.
People to dance, it usually precedes a lot of punching.
Good thing I
Frankenstein's monster. Slow dancing is easy. Yeah, bicep bottle opener, jock move, yeah. Is there a little bit of chemistry going on here, it seems, huh? And it's being initiated by her. So a bit of curious way. Coming up on 42 minutes and 30 seconds.
move your ass. Oh, look at this.
He's just grabbing a piece like that, huh? Oh, so he thinks that this is some kind of a roadblock by corrupt cops or something?
No one's getting through tonight.
What? What's with him always having his shirt off?
Sorry,
I guess if you got it, you flaunt it, right?
For the Clark bar.
Clark bars are the best. Remade the flavor.
crawtators? Is that like potato chips that taste like crawfish?
Really love Margrave. My parents died when I was a kid, but I had Gray.
I'm just trying to. How does this go back to the yard with the dog in the water? Was that scene metaphorical that he always goes out of the way to help those in need?
And he still had mostly treatment for him once a week.
That's the killer right there. That's the You're depressed and then you hit the bottle. That's not good. I mean, there's a time and place for it, but like,
If you had any family I didn't know about.
No. It's basically down to Joe.
happened to their mother, right? It's, Reacher helps with those without a voice or authority, hence the dog. I'm thinking, okay. They're thinking about it. They're thinking about it, aren't they? About rubbing body parts together. Crowbar. Somebody was at it with a crowbar. Whoever was there didn't really care about not leaving any traces behind or anything. So I'm guessing they were there to dust them.
They're gonna kill me?
It's kind of unsettling though the way they've done this. See you soon. Yeah. Typically, I'm gonna really need a gun. Yeah. I'm gonna pause it here. Typically, they establish, the bad guy by now, right? They establish what the bad guy's goal is, and then they drive them towards each other. And it's kind of like the bad guy's doing stuff like sending out henchmen and trying to frighten them, killing people. Um, but we haven't gotten that mustache twirling scene yet of kind of like, here's yeah, I'm the bad guy, here's my big plan. And it's interesting because they're pulling it off. Typically stories that don't do that feel like, oh, you just crammed in the bad guy at the end. The menace is still there. We're left to assume that it's either the old mayor that promoted himself to be police chief, and that businessman who brought business to the town, kind of thing, right? The Teals, is that what they called it? Teal. Um, yeah, I don't know if that storyline with the prison guard is going anywhere. Was it Fisher Stevens? Because it seems like, yeah, he was just a man that was tapped to give some money to take him out, kind of thing. And I'm guessing what's going to happen is that he's going to flip on him, kind of thing, right? He's going to realize the error of his ways and help him out. But it was a good episode. That moved so fast. Yeah, I'm in. So, yeah, we're going to burn through an episode a day, guys. Tomorrow is going to be in the morning, though. Tomorrow morning, we are going to burn through Reacher probably around the 11. No, actually, oof, I don't know. See, this is this problem right now. I don't know when the exact time, because Bifer there says this in the live chat. What time does your Monkey Man at theaters show begin? Well, I didn't plan to watch Monkey Man today. I kind of like if you don't know, guys, my heart is in horror. It's always going to be in horror. The problem is that I have to be at a meeting somewhere from 7 to about 7:45 ish. It's a business thing. I can't get away from it, kind of thing. And then shows don't start until 10. So I don't want to sit around on my hands until 10 o'clock, because I want to watch the first Omen. But because I can't watch both of them tonight, I am probably going to, like, 9:05 Monkey Man out at the Landmark. So that's a possibility. Bifer at 9:05, which means I'll be out by 11 o'clock. You're not going to get my straight out of the theater reaction until tomorrow morning. And then it's going to be kind of a crapshoot as to where we go next. See, the thing is, like, tomorrow, 1:30, it's probably the time when I'm going to see the first Omen. Which means that we won't be able to watch Reacher tomorrow afternoon, is what I'm trying to get at here. Because I'm going to have to be somehow making up for not seeing Monkey Man and First Omen, because I want to get those done today. I've searched as far as Toronto. Both Monkey Man and First Omen are not playing. There's a 4 p.m. show. That's on. That's tomorrow, though, right? So normally they have the 4 p.m. shows like today. But if I go to Etobicoke, not tomorrow, guys, today. Yeah, so this is in Etobicoke. This is like in Toronto, guys. So like even the Toronto theaters are not playing the 4 o'clock shows for some reason. They, for the new movies, like the older movies, they've got the 4 o'clock shows. I just don't get why they're not showing it for the new movies. So either I'm going to have to ditch my 7 o'clock meeting, which is probably not good because people are counting on me. We have to vote on something, and I kind of have to be there for that. It is what it is. It's only it's only a day. And Monkey Man and First Omen, it's not really a huge audience. So if I get to them tomorrow afternoon, that's probably the way that we're going to have to roll. But So that means that Reacher will be in the morning. Movie news, I don't know if we'll have enough time. I may just have to publish a short. What is Rotten Tomatoes right now for some of these? What is this Ripley? I hear that Ripley is good. 88% Monkey Man. And Musica. Musica came up on my Amazon feed there. Drama comedy, coming of age story kind of thing, right? And I thought maybe I would like to watch that too. First Omen, 84%. That's good because the review embargo for the First Omen didn't come down until like this morning, right? And that usually is a sign of people not liking it. But if the critics like it and the audience likes it, so hopefully that's what's going to happen. And the rare occasion the critics like it and the audience hates it. But I don't know if it's going to be that kind of a situation. I'll get to both of them this weekend. It's just if I go see it tonight at 9 o'clock, then I only have to see one tomorrow afternoon at 1:30. That means by the time I'm done, both of them are 2 hours long. 1:30 show, and then it'll be too late in the afternoon to get at it. So I had to watch Reacher tomorrow morning, and then maybe forego movie news, and then I'll go to the gym. I'll figure it out. All right, guys. I guess we can go over to the Twitterverse and see if I missed anything big today. The only story that I was going to do was Drew Goddard coming on to do Supergirl, right? Is that what the big headline was? Melissa Barrera in Abigail. Let's see if I can bring that up a little bit. She could be Wonder Woman. She could totally be a Wonder Woman, couldn't she? The final trailer for Abigail has been released. Halle Bailey has joined a coming-of-age musical set in 1977 Virginia Beach. She just had a kid, right? Halle Bailey did. Jenna Ortega. Madame Figaro. Alex Garland's Civil War comes out next week, guys, and that's when hopefully they'll have a 4 o'clock show for that, because this is the one that I'm really anticipating. And I saw a headline today that people kind of took that quote of his retirement out of context. That that's not exactly what he meant. Blake Lively and Michelle Monroe on the set of Simple Favor 2. Yeah, we know that they're getting a Simple Favor 2, so we got some production photos here. Blake Lively. Interesting. Mr. Mrs. Smith, Zendaya, Challengers, April 26th. I'm only watching this movie because of Zendaya. Make You Feel My Love. Ariana Greenblatt will receive Rising Star of the Year award at CinemaCon. Janet Planet in theaters July 21st. Julianne Nicholson, Zoe Ziegler. Who the heck is Zoe Ziegler? Why does that sound familiar to me? Happy Birthday, Messi. Andrew Scott. Yeah, okay. See, this doesn't make sense to me. Luca Guadagnino, kind of a racy movie about two guys that fall in love with a girl, and then they'd want to be a what's the new term? Thruple? They want to be like a thruple. This is threesome, whatever. Why does that need to be in IMAX? What about the dramatic tension and stuff like that screams to you to say that, yeah, I need to see that in IMAX? I don't get it. Musica. Oh, yeah, there it is. Musica. 100% on the tomato meter. That's not what it was. That's not what it was. Was it? Did I mess that up? Where are we? Did I mess that up? Musica. It's not 100% on the tomato meter. Was it? 100% by critics. Only 11 critics, though. 87 by the audience. So I don't know what you're smoking. Yeah, Truple. Hard pass for me. Yeah. First trailer for Fly Me to the Moon, Scarlett Johansson, Channing Tatum will be released on Monday. There's my wife, Scarlett Johansson. Oh, that's Tatum on the phone. It's just basically them talking to each other, saying that, ooh, the trailer's going to drop. Study that face. Teaser trailer for Kill. I don't know what that is. Lionsgate, huh? Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross will score Scott Derrickson's sci-fi thriller The Gorge with Anya Taylor-Joy and Miles Teller. Well, they're Academy Award-winning composers. Of course, Trent Reznor is also. I don't know. Is he ever going to do any more Nine Inch Nails stuff or not? New poster for the Human Torch from MCU's Fantastic Four. Johnny Storm. Yeah, I published that. My thoughts on it today, guys, about the casting. Julia Gardner is going to be good as whatever. Like she'll do a competent job. I just hope the script doesn't let her down, because if the Fantastic Four comes out and it doesn't do well, it's going to kill part of the MCU that they're trying to get off the ground. Well, yeah, I remember Anya Taylor-Joy was up for something in Fantastic Four, but she apparently rejected it, right? I remember. You guys remember that? Like a vague kind of thing about that. I'm just like, I don't know. First look at Jessie Buckley, and yeah, this is what I saw earlier today. Like she's unrecognizable. Like that's awesome. A Frankenstein movie. So she's going to be like the bride of Frankenstein, and the Frankenstein monster. Weird that we just saw Reacher reference Frankenstein. Is going to be played by Christian Bale. Oh, and there he is right there. Christian Bale's Frankenstein monster and Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Bride. Very interesting. Interesting casting. Christian Bale taking on the Frankenstein monster. You guys know how I feel about Luca Guadagnino already. Let's leave it at that. Turtles All the Way Down. Sugar, starring Colin Farrell, premieres on Friday on Apple TV Plus. Yeah. Sugar. Forgot what he's like, a private detective that gets caught up in murder and intrigue or something like that, right? That... All right, guys. That pretty much wraps this up for today. It's been hard to gauge because of Fantastic Four bombs. Whatever phase I was pulling some news stories this morning, and Blade is officially got pushed back to phase 6 because we're in the middle of phase 5 right now, right? And it was supposed to be out in phase 5, and at the end of phase 5, but it's not going to happen anymore. Blade is now going to be officially in phase 6. If Fantastic Four is going to be the bridge between phase 5 and 6, if it doesn't work, people don't go for it, the X-Men can't save it. Maybe it can, but all of these like characters in this type of movie will get pushed back and be kind of like, well, you got your Fantastic Four movie, they're there. They'll just show up in Avengers movies. We don't need standalone Fantastic Four movies if it doesn't work. They're taking a big risk, I think, bringing on Julia Garner. Because, well, she's a very good actress. It's kind of like it's not what people... It's not like the first version of the Silver Surfer that people think of. And for the casual people that you want to have to come to a movie like Fantastic Four, they'll be like, what? I thought the Silver Surfer was a guy. You're making a dicey situation dicier by that casting. But James, you don't know the story yet. It makes perfect sense. Well, guys, I'm just telling you from the outside looking in kind of thing. You take a risk. It's a risk, and it better land, because if it doesn't land, then you are in deep trouble, and heads should roll. People getting their pink slips if this doesn't work. Margot Robbie is developing a film for Kirsten Dunst via her production company. Cool. Yeah. Cool, man. All right, guys, that's it for me. Come join us. That's just a little brief glimpse of what we do here on the channel, Mirror Domains. We do full live movie reactions for things like the new Roadhouse movie, Damsel with Millie Bobby Brown, and movie reviews, trailer reactions, and we do movie news periodically throughout the week where we actually do live stuff like this, so you guys will be able to come and join us in the live chat. And I should probably lock down a special day for that, special time for that. At this rate, I'll be happy to see a Midnight Suns movie. Blade is my least anticipated reboot. Yeah, Blade. Yeah. If they can do Deadpool and Wolverine and have that kind of hard, kind of edginess to it, then I think, and if they use that same model for Blade, then it should be okay. It should be okay. I don't know. It's taking too long for it to come into fruition. That's it. All right. Artglass says, cheers, James. See you for Reacher episode 3. Yep. Join us tomorrow morning, though, for Reacher episode 3. And we'll be back on task. If not, see you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. You're watching Mirror Domain.